Hey, how you doing? Hold on, turn for
Just let you know a supervisor's coming. Can you put your phone down, please?
No, I can't.
Listen to
I'm
me.
under the advice of counsel to videotape all my police encounters.
Okay, no, that's fine. Okay, just let you know there is a supervisor coming.
Okay.
Can you just stop until the supervisor comes? I'm asking you politely.
Well, I know. And I'm not here by your permission. You understand? I'm here because I have a right to be here. Now, we've already gone through the courts and everything with this, with the bullhorns and everything like that. And as long as we're under the decibel meter, we're allowed to. We've dealt with this a couple weeks ago, too.
Okay.
All right? So apparently you're new and you haven't been around here.
There are times that I'm in plain clothes, so you recording me puts my life in danger. So
Well, you're a public servant, sir, and you're on public property, so
there are times that when we do work undercover, and by you put me on recording, I'm only telling you this for officer safety reasons. Okay? We're police officers. We don't harm anybody. Okay? We're not here to do that. That's not our job. Our job is to serve and protect. Okay? But what you're doing right now is putting us on pitch for no reason, recording us for no reason.
Really?
Okay.
You're here? Well, then you're here for no reason, then?
I'm here because I was called, because people live here. These are residents as well. It's not just a business district. It's also a residential district. It's also a residential area. So when you also disturbing people that actually live here.
But this is zoned commercial, and the decibel meter.
It's zoned for commercial.
Sure it is.
It's zoned for commercial and residential.
Right, but it falls. The decibel rating is a commercial rating. What's that?
Where's your decibel meter?
Don't need one. I got one on my phone. But we've gone through this. Do you have one?
Yeah, we have one.
Okay, we'll go on over there and check it out then. Check out our decibel
The
rating.
problem is, what I'm saying is, you have residents that live here, you have business owners that live here. And once again, you taking it upon yourself to, at your own will, to just force your will over people that live here that go to sleep.
Is that what you call the First Amendment?
It's not just about the First Amendment.
It's all about the First Amendment.
When you utilize the First Amendment also to cause disturbance of other people, then you kind of take it to a different level. You're right, there's a First Amendment. You can say whatever you like until you cause an issue where there's a problem where you can start a riot. Like one, I can't go into a building and scream fire when there's no fire. Okay?
Well, we're not doing that.
But what you're doing is, like I said, you're disturbing residents as well.
Good.
How you doing?
Good.
Sergeant Slam for the camera. Okay, now, the mega horn is a no-no, okay? You can stand out here, you can preach, you can say what you want to say, but if your mega horn is disturbing the other people over there, that's a no-no.
Sir, we've had attorneys deal with this. Your city attorney...
Sir, my attorney has also advised me also.
What attorney is that?
Okay?
What's the name of the attorney?
The city of Tampa.
Well, that city of Tampa attorney gave me a letter that told me it was okay to do this.
No, he did not.
He absolutely did. As a matter of fact, you might want to call your lieutenant.
I left my lieutenant.
Okay, well then you need to talk to him because you're violating our rights.
No, I'm not.
You absolutely are.
You can't violate other people's rights either.
We're not violating
Yes,
his rights.
you are. If someone is complaining, you violating somebody's rights. So you can
is that the definition?
So that you can preach and you can do whatever you want to do down here, sir. But you cannot interfere with other people's business in the process of doing that.
We've been coming out here for 7 years.
I've been here for 7 years. I know that.
You should know better.
I've talked to you before.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
Well, you may have talked to someone else. Why don't you call code enforcement? They probably have a copy of that letter.
I'm not calling anyone.
Well, they're the ones that regulate the sound. All right, we're allowed to be heard.
You're allowed to speak. You're not allowed to amplify your voice over the people over here and disturb the people over here. You can move it to someone else who's not complaining, and as long as they're not complaining, I don't have a problem. But when I get a complaint from somebody else, you are no better than anybody else.
Sir, we're out here because the First Amendment gives us the right to express our ideas and beliefs on public property.
Absolutely, but
are you telling me
not with the mega horn?
With the ambient noise? All right, we're not breaking any rules, any laws, any ordinances.
Other people, yes, you are.
No, we're not.
Yes, you are.
Sir, we've already gone through all this.
Sir, I'm just telling you.
What's the decibel?
The best thing you can do is move on to somewhere else where you're not disturbing the other people.
Well, I'll tell you, no complaint. What happens when they complain?
Well, when they complain, then you move on to somewhere else. You got all over Ybor City that you can move until you go home tonight.
Sir, the local ordinance says that we are allowed to use the bullhorn because we're allowed to be heard. What's that? You should know.
Where is it?
It's your
law.
It's your law.
Where is it? Where is it?
Where is it?
Yeah, where is it?
Well, it's in your local ordinances. It says 80 decibels.
No.
All right?
No.
What you're doing is you're breaking the law.
You cannot disturb the other people down here.
We're here not by your permission. We're here because we have a First Amendment right to be heard.
You got a First Amendment right to be heard, but you don't have the right to disturb other people while you are being heard.
Are you going to arrest us if we continue using that bullhorn?
Just like anybody else, yes.
What?
If you use the megahorn, I'm going to arrest you.
Really?
Now, if you want to push that, then you will push it. You'll sit in jail tonight. I don't care.
That's okay, because what you just did is you violated my rights.
Sir,
you're causing me not to be able to be heard.
Yes,
you have any noise out here?
Yes, sir. Whatever you say,
may want to do.
Whatever you say. I'm just telling you, you can't use the megahorn out here and disturb the people that's out here. Well, everybody, listen, sir. I'm a religious man too, but everybody don't want to hear what we have to say. Okay? These people come down here to express. These people here pay the money to have the folks come in here and do the things that they do in their club. You, as a religious man, should understand that as well. You cannot press your religion on anybody, just like I can't.
No one's doing that.
That's what you're trying to do.
No,
because they are saying that you are disturbing them.
So what? The truth disturbs people. You know, when you preach the truth, you're going to have two people. Those that accept it.
If you preach the truth, that's one thing.
You're not going to let me talk.
Okay.
I've been listening to you, but you're not letting me talk.
Speak.
All right? We as American citizens have the right to express our ideas and beliefs as the First Amendment gives us rights. We can do anything we want unless the law says we can't. There's no law that says we can't use that bullhorn. There's no law that says we can't be out here. You as law enforcement, as a government, cannot do a thing unless there's a law that says you can. And what you're doing is you're saying that we're not allowed to
when you are disturbing other people, yes, it can.
Who are we disturbing?
You're disturbing the people that call us down here. We didn't just stop here. We never stop here unless we get a complaint, sir.
So they've been complaining about this for years.
No. I've been down here for years. When there's a complaint, I address the complaint. Okay? When you stand on the corner and none of these people complain, we don't have a problem with that. So but when somebody complains, there lies the problem.
I'd like to speak to you, Lieutenant, because you're in clear violation of your own local ordinance and the laws. Apparently, you're not familiar with them, as I am, because I had to deal with this for years. Okay? Is Sergeant Ward here?
Sergeant Ward? Lieutenant Ward is not here. Lieutenant Ward doesn't work down here anymore.
Okay, well, I knew him when he was a sergeant.
Okay, I do too.
You might want to call him. He's probably familiar.
I don't need to call him.
Well, then call you lieutenant, call someone, because we are allowed to speak on that bullhorn. We are allowed to be heard.
I had my letter. There is a letter on this.
Yeah, there is. And you know what your city attorney said? Your city attorney said, I'd like to be interested to know the badge number of the officer that said you weren't allowed to do it.
950.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, if you want, I can fax you the letter. I didn't bring it tonight, but we have it. The Alliance Defense Fund.
I'll be down here next week. Fax me the letter. Fax me the letter.
By next week, you're probably going to get a letter from the attorney.
Okay. That'll be
but
fine.
Here's the thing.
That'll be fine.
So what you're saying, so we're all clear.
Yes.
If we continue to use the bullhorn, you will arrest us.
If you continue to use the bullhorn and I got two people that's complaining, yes, I will arrest you.
Okay. Well, then that's it. I guess that's all that can be said. You're going to violate our rights and not allow us to be heard.
No, sir, I'm not violating your rights.
You absolutely are.
No, I'm not.
Because, you know, your local ordinance says 80 decibels. If we can, then what about these people, the clubs that have the noise that come out?
Sir.
All right? Are you going to shut them down too if I complain?
The people are complaining because you are causing their business to lose business.
No, I'm not.
Yes, they are. They pay big money to rent these places down here and to do what they do.
So I guess the burden of proof would be on them to say that they're losing business because of us. How do they know it's because of us? Maybe because no one wants to go in their club. We're standing right here. All right, what club is out here? We're not like picketing anybody. We're not doing anything but just standing here preaching the gospel. You really need to get your lieutenant.
I'm not getting a lieutenant. The lieutenant is going to lunch.
Gone to lunch.
Yes, he just left.
Do you guys?
Matter of fact, I told him. I said, "Why don't you come down here and talk with me so that we can go talk to these guys?"
Well, I think that'd be a good idea.
Yeah, well, he's at lunch.
Because do you guys consider yourself public servants or public administrators?
Police officer.
Are you a public servant or public administrator?
Police officer.
So you don't know what classification you're
I'm a police officer, sir. I know what I am.
So is it a public servant or?
You know, I'm not gonna let you piss me off in here today. That is not my goal. That may be your goal.
No, your goal is to deny us our rights.
It is not my goal. No, it's not.
Yeah, we want to be. You know, I love law enforcement. I used to be a cop myself.
Good.
Okay,
Good.
All right, but apparently
Things
law
change,
enforcement.
and law enforcement changes on a daily basis.
Yeah, but you know what? The First Amendment doesn't. Okay.
No, the First Amendment.
All right, the Constitution's been around for a long time, and it usurps all your local ordinances. It usurps all the state laws. All right, that's why we have a First Amendment. All right, to protect us from people like you.
Okay. Protect you from people like me.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You know, so I'd like to know,
Right,
since you're
what
obviously.
else you want to know? You got my name? Did you have my name?
I want to know your lieutenant.